Hello and welcome to this lecture on creating a bar chart in Tableau. Here, we'll get familiar with the Tableau interface and use its capabilities to make and style our very own bar chart. Let's get started. The first thing we'll need to do is connect to our data source. In our case, we have our car data in a text file with the extension CSV. All right, let's select the Connect to a Text File option of information, for instance, names, dates, or geographical data. A measure, on the other hand, represents quantitative numeric information. Tableau automatically sorts the variables into the bins and is usually very good at doing so. If we double-click on car listings and then on brand, we see that we get a bar chart straight away. Obviously, Tableau has figured out a way to visually represent our data. And this is what is so great about Tableau. It is extremely good at guessing our visualization intentions. That could be the end of the lecture, but things are not always that perfect. That's why Tableau also allows us to manually select chart types. There are two ways to do this. The first one is to choose an option from the Marks panel. If we click on Automatic, a drop-down menu with options appears. Let's select Bar. Alternatively, on the right-hand side of the worksheet, we have a Show Me field with different visualization options. For example, we can select a pie chart or a tree map. Some of the options are unavailable at the moment because of the nature of our data. Not all data could be represented with all charts. For instance, if we hover over the map, we see that we need a geographical dimension, which we do not have. Or if we go to histogram, Tableau prompts that a histogram requires precisely one measure. Okay, let's stick to a bar chart for now and try out some of Tableau's styling capabilities to improve its appearance. The first thing we'll do is to enlarge the plot to make all the labels on the x-axis visible. We'll just extend it to the right until we can read the Mercedes-Benz label. What's next? Generally, data visualizations convey insights through shape and color. While the shape is somewhat restricted by the nature of the data, the color is up to us. Nonetheless, choosing a color for our visualizations is of utmost importance and should be thought through carefully. In Tableau, color can be altered through the color mark. We click on it and a panel appears, allowing us to choose a color for our bars and modify the opacity level. In case you are wondering, opacity controls the transparency of the color elements. Through the More Colors option, we can select a custom color for our chart. So far, so good. The color element is a component of the Marks panel, which in turn is an integral part of creating and styling charts. Marks allow us to change and add details to our charts, but there is another neat application of marks. Let's check it out. From the Data pane, we'll select Brand and drag it into the color square. See? Tableau colors our plot by the individual brand straight away. Great! Now, when we left-click on Color and then on Edit Colors, instead of individual colors, we are given the option of different color palettes. Selecting Automatic, we observe 20 or so options. Let's check out Hue Circle, for instance. Once we've landed on a palette, we click on Assign Palette and then on Apply. This sets it as the new color palette for the graph. Feel free to explore the other options on your own after the lecture. Great! There are tons of styling options available with the Marks panel. We'll be exploring those throughout the course. For our graph, though, let's revert to a single color with Ctrl-Z. To make sure our graph is professional, we can choose a dark blue color. It is a very universal color and would fit nicely in any presentation. Brilliant! We're well on our way to making an awesome chart. Now let's direct our attention to the bars and their height. Although we have a scale on the x-axis, it isn't very precise. That makes gauging the accurate value for each bar difficult. If we were comparing the ads between Audi and Renault, for instance, we have to squint to find out that Renault is ahead. Therefore, to display the number of car listings of each brand, we'll add labels. Yet another instance where we'll make use of the Marks panel. We'll drag the Cars measure into the Labels field, and voila! Labels for each bar have appeared. Superb! Next, we'll focus on the text in our graph. We'll start by changing the font. Tableau allows for font formatting on different levels. We can format a The majority of the work is done, so just a few minor details left. First, we don't require a brand label. To make the visualizations less crowded, we can right-click on it and select Hide Field Labels for Columns. Looks much better. Okay, let's also rename the chart. Then double-click on the field, increase the font size to 16, and bold it for better readability. It's time to type in our new title, which will be Cars Listings by Brand. Remember, having an informative title is an integral part of creating any chart. We'll click Apply and we have a new title. Excellent! Now this looks like a presentation-worthy chart. All that's left is to save our work. I'm using Tableau Public, which only allows me to save my work on their server. If you already have an account, you can just enter your name and password and save your file on the Tableau server. Alternatively, you will have to complete their registration process. Finally, depending on the size of the file you're uploading, saving it might take a little while. Alright, good job everyone! We've successfully created and saved our first bar chart in Tableau. See you next time, and thanks for watching.